let's do some profile reviews. So I put out a post a couple of days ago, this post saying I will review your profile and tell you your first mistake if you comment below. If you haven't commented already, you fucking missed out. So here goes. I've gone through, there's been a few people, and I've opened a tab with each of their profiles in. I haven't looked at them yet, and we're going to review them together. Now, I am going to review them as a recruiter might do, would do. I did do. I'm going to wear a negative hat because there's probably lots of applicants. I want to get rid of you, get rid of as many people as possible. So I may be a little harsh. Some of this will be, in jest, so please don't take it to heart. But I want to show you your first mistake. Let's do this. Okay, so I'm going to be thinking for each person, depending on what your skill set is, and I'm guessing we've got a variety of skills here. Everyone's going to have different tech. So, for whatever the job is, I'm going to be thinking, what tech would I be hiring for this kind of role? And then we'll see where we get to. So, let us begin. First profile. And remember, I'm going to be giving you your first mistake. So, Costas, I assume that's how you pronounce your name. Please forgive me. I'm going to butcher names as we go through this. I butcher everybody's name. I apologize. So, you have marketed yourself to me as a front-end developer, React. Now, I'm thinking React, what would I be hiring for? Redux, TypeScript, or context API, maybe testing tools like React Testing Library, and think about all those complementary skills. And that's what I'm looking for. So front-end developer, when I say CSS and HTML, I'm guessing you're very junior. So that puts me off. Not that I'm against juniors, but I'm trying to think in this negative mindset. If I've got 1,000 applicants, I'm probably thinking you're quite junior because you're telling me about that. And then I go front-end, I already think you're junior. You're a junior with jQuery, old tech, and Subversion. So very junior, very old tech. That puts me off. You didn't even mention React, and what I'm thinking, Redux, TypeScript, all those things, they're not here. Hello world, I'm already nervous. So I can't see you living and breathing any React here. I can't see React in your most recent job. I'm gone. Okay, so I can't see you living and breathing it. That's the problem. Wasima? So what do you do? Front-end developer. Front-end, so you do React. Okay. Great. And I can view your website as well when I get somewhere. So maybe we'll look at that. So if I'm thinking React, again, TypeScript, Redux, all those kind of tools. So front-end, pixel perfect. Okay, but what about all the complementary skills? Which other skills can HTML, CSS? You're junior. Okay, writing clean, blah, blah, blah. Okay, show me you living and breathing it. Chingu's cool, but where can I see you living and breathing it? Just wrapped. So I can't see you living and breathing it in your featured. I'd have to see the translation for that one. I'm trying to go fast for everybody else, so I'm not going to. Chingu, but okay, where's the React? Where's Redux? Where's TypeScript? Where's those things? Front end. So that it does say React there, but where can I see? So this React to Node, development of a web app. Really? That's the best line we can do? Contributing as a front end. So it's diminishing yourself here. Development of a web app. So when you were a web developer, you did some web development. So I'm not feeling confident about this already. If I gave you the benefit of the doubt and said, let's go and look. What do you do? Front-end development, but doing what? So now it's on me to go and find out. Okay, we'll go to GitHub, or let's look at your projects. Do any of these use React? I don't know. I'd have to go and look. I can't. It's going to take too long for me to find out. HTML, CSS, Junior, React. Where's React? I can't see React. So there's no evidence of it. I'm gone. Jordan. So full stack, React. What's on the back end here? Okay, React, TypeScript. So I like. We're not doing badly here. So now I'm digging in like this. Starting to get the feeling you've been through my course. So now these are the skills I'd like. Show me your living and breathing it. Last week I had the chance to help out. Great. Readiness, implementation. This is a repost. So neither of those two help. So where are you living and breathing it? SharePoint. So deployed production. Not seeing you living and breathing it. Okay, let's go and look for something else to see. Let's go and look at your GitHub. First, Lego. There's no React here. So you probably expect me to go and dig into these repos and go and look in a package JSON file and find out. But as far as I'm concerned, no React. So I'm gone. I don't feel confident. I come back here. Kevin. There's some web development here. Angular, React, which one do you want to do? Ooh, if I jump into an interview with you and I go, hey, what about this Angular role? And you go, yeah, I'm all about React nowadays, I'm going to cry. And that's a dangerous move for me. So I'm worried, but 17 years of experience, it's worth the benefit of the doubt. So front end, 17 years, scalable, accessible, blah, blah, blah. So that fast pace, but yeah, if I'm thinking, Angular, that implies TypeScript, but I'm thinking about all the complementary skills. Same with React. So show me you living and breathing it. Very sad news. Hiring. So this section doesn't help. Down to here, professional development, following a strategic career pivot. So are you pivoting away from tech then? Writing in-depth reviews, news articles. So you haven't been developing for a couple of years. That's the feeling I get. Front-end developer, but where's React? This is WordPress. Where's React? So Angular, but that not for a couple of years. Certainly for React, I'd be gone. Angular, and now I'm thinking you're in a career pivot, so I'm not feel confident, so I'm probably gone. Jeanette, VP of Operations. You know I do tech recruitment, right? Maybe you don't. We can review it anyway. So if I'm after a VP of Operations, you know how to fix problems. Great. Let's see how well you fix problems. Show me you living and breathing fixing problems. Diligent and empathetic VP of Operations, 10 years, blah, blah, blah. Omnichannel genius and fully identifying product gaps. Okay. Don't know what that is. Don't know what that is. Ask me about reverse logistics fulfillment. I've led support teams. Yeah, but what kind of problems are you solving? Show me you solving problems. Manages a portfolio of investors. Achieves 99% compliance rate with compliance. Ensured that clients had the documentation. Really? That's the limit of operations? Ensuring that they had the documentation? Partnered with sales? Yeah, I'm sure the sales did a great job. But what have you done? What did you do? What was the benefit? What were the challenges? How did you overcome those challenges? Found solutions for people. Sorted all the metrics. Not feeling it, Jeanette. Dylan, software developer. We're back to tech. Software developer, C# and React on the front end. Okay, .NET Dev. Let's go with this. Prior to my journey, I worked as a master barber where I learned effective communication and time management. Surely the customers dictated the time, right? They just sit down and you cut. Is that not how this works? Anyway, I'm joking. I attended React Summit. Great. Software development has been such an incredible experience. Great. What are you doing? What have you built? Intensive full-time development boot camp. So you're in a boot camp. Great. But what have you built with C#? What can I see you doing? Okay, so you're in the boot camp, so I'm going to have to go and look. There's nowhere for me to go. So the path ends here, and I can't see you living and breathing it by what you're doing. And I want to see people who are proactive. Cameron. Wasted a big piece of screen real estate here. So you do C#, C++, and Python, Unity. Okay. Great. Show me. And we'll leave an open GitHub. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt. A dedicated game developer, dedicated with experience in both development and testing roles. Okay, experience in both development and testing roles. He's happy to share, and he's now certified. Okay, so this bit isn't really helping. Game developer, create games. Game developer, create games. But like good games, bad games, shit games. What sort of games? Show me. Cloud. Well, now I'll have to go and look at what Cloudson Studios made. There's no profile for them, so now I don't believe it. So game tester. So when you were a tester, you did software performance tests. Shocking. On proprietary hardware, system services. Okay, but where am I seeing Unity? Where am I seeing C#? Show me. Because it's 9 months there, but I can't see anything. What have you done? Game tester, tested around. Is that like played around? What does that mean? Game developer, but don't know what you did there. You didn't even bother to describe it, and the place is gone. So everywhere you've done game development, they've shut down by the looks of it. So it makes me nervous. Game tinkerer, always learning. Okay, there's no description. I don't know what these things are. As a recruiter, I wouldn't be technical. So you haven't done anything since July. So not feeling it. Cleopatra, building the confidence and careers of women in tech. Good for you. Doesn't help you, but good for you. Web developer, B Science, STEM volunteer. Right, but what do you do? Python, JavaScript, AWS. Great. Show me you living and breathing Python. Hi, I'm Cleo. First mistake was, I've already know your name. People-focused, professional, strong organisation, blah, blah. Don't care. I want to know who's right for this job. I began my career as an office manager. I really don't care. I need to find someone for this job, otherwise I'm going to get fired. AWS, a librarian, the groggy video. This was not planned. Doesn't look like the featured section was planned either. At Huddle Hive Day 1, the brief. Next week I'm throwing myself into my first ever hackathon. I don't care. I need to find a developer who's living and breathing Python and JavaScript and AWS. Technical content developer, developing, but yeah, okay. Web developer, but no, I can't see Python. I can't see Python anywhere here. And that's your first mistake. Fardeen, Vue. I like Vue. Nuxt. Okay, I want to see you living and breathing Nuxt and Pinya, and is it still called Pinya? And TypeScript and all those kind of tools. Web3. Great. Show me. I'm a senior front-end, Vue, Nuxt, passionalizing modern, blah, 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 blah. Don't care. Here's where the value starts. So we started that too late. Vue 2 and 3, Nuxt 2 and 3, composition. Boom. So it seems to carry on there. That should have been further up. But now I need to see you living and breathing it. This is Vue as an app. And then there's a job platform and your GitHub. Okay. You're going to have to forgive me. I'm not going to go into translations. It's about Nuxt, I guess, Tailwind. So maybe, and you did comment on this, so you've been doing some Vue recently, self-employed though, that makes me nervous. Before that it was contracting. Who for? Led front-end major clients, like who? Including around broadcasting. Okay, maybe. But was that in Vue? I don't know. This is Vuetify, so maybe. Okay, I don't think there's enough detail here, so I'd have to go and dig deeper, which is kind of a mistake in itself. So I will dig deeper. Show me this. Is this? You've just shared an image. And your GitHub is just an image? So I can't go anywhere. This is your first mistake. I can't get anywhere. Hopefully I can get there from your contact info. Nope, I can't. And that's why the road would end here for you. Francisco, front end, React, Tailwind, JavaScript. Have you got TypeScript? Have you got React testing library, if you've got all those things, let's see. Front end, I'm a front end, specializing in building responsive, user-friendly interface, React, JavaScript, Tailwind, blah, 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 blah. Show me, yeah, but what about the complementary text? So you're doing some React. I think you've been doing my course because this looks like the way I would like it. But React, I'm thinking about the complementary text now, starting a new series. This doesn't help. This doesn't help. See the way what's visible here doesn't entice me to read more. You're starting a new series. I don't care. I want to know that you live and breathe the tech. So that's probably your first mistake. It was a privilege, excited to share. So I want to see more. Show me what you're doing. Adobe. So the past 11 months haven't been in React as far as I can see. Creative designer. No. So there's nowhere for me to see it. Let's go and look at your... Okay, so we've got that open. What do you do? HTML, CSS, junior... But where? So this is junior, and I can't get to any of the complementary tech. I don't know exactly what you do. So you're making me work. Now, what I want everyone to get from this is you see how quickly I've got to go through profiles. Now, I like you all. You've commented on my post. I'm being favourable here. A recruiter's going to move a lot quicker than this. And they're not going to dig unless you entice them to dig. And that's why I'm going as fast as I am. That's why I'm rejecting you. If I can't see enough to entice me, I'm gone. So I hope you found that insightful as to what somebody else sees when they view your profile. If you would like a profile review, go to crushing.digital and you can you can book a one-to-one, you can get a profile review, you can sign up to my newsletter. You can also take my free course, 51 videos, where I'll teach you everything from LinkedIn, GitHub, resumes, portfolio websites, and more. How to stand out. My name's David. I'm a software developer with over 25 years of experience. I've also managed international recruitment teams. I want to show you how to stand out. I want to show you how you can land a job in tech. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Take it easy.